Welcome to class 5 of our Python programming basic series. So our learning objective, at the end of this course, students should understand how dictionary and set work in Python. Create and manipulate dictionaries to store structure, key value data. Access, modify, and delete data in dictionary. Use sets to store unique, unordered elements. Apply common set operation like union, intersection, and differences. Build practical application using dictionary and set, such as a contact manager. So, a dictionary in Python is a collection of key value pairs. So this is a syntax. You give it a variable name like a person. You open it with a curly brace. Then we said key value. So the name here is the key. And then this is Alice is the value. The H is the key. And then this is the value. You differentiate each of the elements with a comma, just like we did in list and tuple. Then city, Abuja. So key must be unique and immutable. So example, string, number, tuple. Then value can be of any data type. Dictionary items are unordered in Python less than 3.7. So in section, ordered in 3.7 plus. Creating a dictionary. A dictionary can be created in two forms. Either you declare a variable user, use a dic function, then you put in, you open a bracket, or you open a parenthesis, put in the key and the value. Key and value, then you close the parenthesis, or you declare a variable empty dic, then you open and close it with a curly brace, and then that's how to declare a dictionary. Accessing, modifying, and deleting dictionary elements. To access a value, print person, which is the name of the dictionary. Then you give it that key. It's going to print Alice, which is the value. Same thing with this. Person.gets, then the H, then you to output 25 because 25 was actually the value that was stored for H. So I know you might be asking what is the difference between accessing a value using this method and .get. So .get return none if key doesn't exist or default value. So for this one can throw an error if that value you are giving does not if that key you are giving does not exist, but this one to just return none if the key does not exist. So add or modify. For you to modify a dictionary, all you need to do is call the name of the dictionary, then call the key as well, put the key in a square bracket, then use an equals to assign the value to be stored in that key. So for example, a person, then we call this key H, then 25. This will modify the existing value. So if Python sees that this value does not exist, this key, email does not exist, it's going to do what? It's going to add this key with this value. But if it sees that it exists, it will modify it. So for you to remove an item, you use the del keyword, then you call the name of the dictionary, then you pass the key of what you want to delete, and it's going to delete city out. Or you can use a remove, or you can use pop. So pop, remove, and return the value. So person.pop. We talked about this pop in lists. We say pop will remove the last value in list, but in dictionary, it's going to remove the value that you are giving, the value you are giving in the parentheses, and then it can return it to a variable. So dictionary method, we have keys, which return a value of all keys. We have values, which return a view of all values. We have items, which return a key value pair as tuple. We have gets, key, default, which get the value with optional default. We have pop, then you put the key, which return the key and return its values as well. We have clear, which remove all the items from dictionary. We have update, dict, which merge another dictionary. So looping through dictionary. If you want to loop through a dictionary, you use the for loop. For key in person, print key, then person, which is the dictionary name, then you pass in this key. It's going to print out all the key and values in that dictionary. So, or you can also use this method for, then you give key value in person.item. So if you use this as well, you can use if, which is a kind of a string formatting way. Then you put in the variable key and the variable value, and it's going to print the key and the value of that particular dictionary. Introduction to sets in Python. A set is an unordered collection of unique items. So this is the syntax for set. Declare a variable, curly brace, brackets, just like dictionary, but in set it only has one element. It's not key value paste, unlike a dictionary that was key value paste. So we don't have any duplicates in set. For example, if you have this number 1, 2, 2, 3, when you are printing out this number, it's going to print just 1, 2, 3. It is just going to omit the duplicate that we have. So set operation. You are going to explore some set theories operation. For example, let's take these two sets A and B. These two sets, set A consists of 1, 2, 3, and then set B consists of 3, 4, 5. So the operation, we have the union, which can use or A dot union B. So any of the two, you can decide to use or A dot union B. It's going to do what? A dot union B will try to see what is in A and not in B and merge them together. So for example, A union B is going to print out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That will be A union B. That is going to be the result. For intersets, just like your normal interset that you know in set, you're just going to see what is in A and what is in B. And you can see from these two sets, it's going to print out 3. So you can use A dot intersection B, and then it's going to print out what? 3. Then the difference is same thing, A dot difference B. It will check what is in A and not in B. If it was B difference A, to check what is in B and not in A. So for this, you can see it's going to print out 1, 2 because 1, 2 is in A and 1, 2 is not in B. For symmetric difference is just going to check what is in A and not in B and what's in B and not in A and join them together. For example, 1, 2 is in A and not in B. It will take out 1, 2. It will see that 4, 5 is in B and not in A. So it will take out 1, 2, 4, 5 and form that set. So that's symmetric difference. So useful set method. We have some useful set method as well. We have the add, which does what? Which adds a new item to the set. We have remove, which remove an item. Error if not present. So discard, remove. If not present, there will be no error. So remove is going to do what? It's going to remove an item. And then if the item is not found, an error will occur. But discard will remove an item. If the item is not found, an error will not occur. So we have the clear empty the set. The copy, create a shallow copy of that set. Update is used to add what? Multiple items. So we are going to build a contact manager using dictionary contact. So this is what a while loop. So you can see what it does here. Remember, this was our dictionary contact. So after it asks a user for name, and what and phone number. It will actually use the name as what as the key and add a phone number as the value. Then it can print out the name that is being added. So else, if action is what is show, it will just print out the list in what in it will just print out the list. It will just print out the list of items and values in the dictionary. So you can see for name, phone in contact.item. This is a for loop. Is looping through the dictionary to see the key and the value pairs. So you can see it's going to print what name and phone number. So if action is search, you're just going to search for that particular name that you are going to put inside. So for example, if action is search, it will ask you for a name to input that name. So when you enter that name, it's going to use contact.get to get that particular name. Else, if it is not able to get that name, it will tell you that the name is not found. So another action is exit. So if you give an action exit, it will break. It's going to break that code. So the while loop will actually stop. Remember, we talk about the break and continue statements while we're doing looping. So else, if you put any other thing apart from the available command, it's going to print an invalid command. So let's get to our VS Code. So welcome to our lab today. We talked about dictionary and set. So we said that dictionary are key pair values. That means dictionary have a key and a value. For example, if you want to declare a dictionary like, let's say, database equals to, we give it a key like name, and then we give it a value like Alice, comma, we give it age, let's say age 20, and then phone, and then we say phone is 09012 83316. Okay, so if you print this out, print type database. Okay, let's connect to color. For some reason it's taking time. Let's just give it a little time. So you can see that this is a dictionary. I can actually print out this variable database. So that is actually how a dictionary is, or one way a dictionary is formed. You can also form a dictionary using this method, database. Let's still use our database. Then we give it a name equals Alice, then age equals 20, then phone, sorry about that, please, phone equals okay, so can print this out, data. So you can see it's almost the same thing. So that's how to declare or form a list, a dictionary place. And then we have another one like the sets. We say sets is an unordered list of items, like let's say A equals to set A equals to curly brace 1, 2, 3, 4. No, 1, 2, 3. Then set B. Okay, so we can print type A to C. So you can see that it is what? It is a set. Let's say these are dictionary. Let me copy this. Create a new code block. These are dictionary, and we want to access this the value of this key name. So we can actually print database, open and close square bracket, then we pass in the key, which is name. So you can see it's giving us Alice. So if we pass in another key like H, you can see it's giving us 20. So let's actually take this same thing down here. We paste it here. Then we print database.get. Okay, so let's say you want to get name. So it still gives us Alice, but what is the difference between .get and the open and close square bracket? For example, we are giving it something that is not in our dictionary. Let's say num. You can see it's returning none. Unlike the open and close bracket that it will throw an error. So let's say none. So we are waiting for the error, so it's returning a key error. Okay, so let me paste this here. Then let's say we want to add another data. All we need to do is to declare the variable. Then we give it a key. Let's say email. That is the key. Email equals to database. Email equals to Daniel Uyu for promotion at gmail.com. So if we print our database now, if we print our database now, you can see that our database has been updated. If at all I want to update this age here, so let's say I want to update the age, can print database. Okay, no. Yeah, I will still have to print my database there, but database, then I will the key of what I want to update, then age, then the value I want the age to be 80 now. So if you print this out, you can see that the age is now 80. Let's say this is dictionaries and dictionary. Then we del let's go database, and then the name or the key of what we want to delete. So if you print out database now, print out database, you can see that we have age, we don't have name again. So the pop as well also work here. You know, you have been using pop even when we're dealing with list. We used pop as well. But in dictionary, pop can actually take out a particular key value page. So let's say recycle bin. That's what we did. Recycle bin. Then we see database dot pop. The item we want to pop is name. Then we try to print our database now. You can see that the name is gone. But if we print our recycle bin, print recycle bin. Okay, you can see that the value is being stored there. Try that. We paste it here. Then we print keys database dot keys. So you can see we have name, age, and phone. Then the value as well returns the value. We print database dot value values. So you can see returning a list, which are the list of the values. We actually clear everything in the dictionary. Let's say database dot clear. Okay. Then we try to print our database now. You can see that it's going to be an empty dictionary. Let's paste this. Then let's say for key in database, print key. So you can see it has printed all our keys. As we want to have access to the value as well, we can do that using database and then key. You can see that we have the key and the values. So this is how to actually loop, or this is the one way of looping through Python, through dictionary. So you can actually use another method, the dot item. So for keys values in database dot items. So indentation, print, we come up with string formatting, and then we say okay, print the keys and the values. So you can see we have looked through the dictionary and we are able to print out the key and values in the dictionary. Let's do this. Set operation. We said that sets are unordered list of unordered items. So let's say our set A equals to what? Set A equals to 1, 2, 3, and our set B equals to 4, 5, 6. So the first operation we want to take in is union. So A dot union B. Let's say print A dot union B. So you can see that this is just a combination of the two sets from 1 to 6, because that is union. Union is just a combination of the two sets. So let's try another method, which is the intercept, meaning what is in A and what is also in B. For now, we don't have any intercept here, so let me just add 3 here. 3, 4, 5. Let me do it that way. 3, 4, 3, 4, 5. Then, so A, the intersection of B, and we are printing it out. Printing it out from here. So you can see that it is 3 that is in A and 3 is also in B. We have another one, which is differences. So same set, and then we find A dot differences in B, which is going to look for what is in A that is not in B, and that is 1, 2. So we print this out here. So you can see 1, 2, 3 is in A and it is not in B. I think we did not update this set. So let me just copy this and update it from here. And then, okay, so 1, 2. Another one is a symmetric difference, which is going to take what is in A, not in B, and what is in B, not in A, and join them together. So let's still use the same set, and then let's say A dot symmetric difference of B. Then we are printing it out. Printing it out, symmetric difference, which is going to be 1, 2, 4, 5. 1, 2, 4, 5. So 1, 2, 4, 5. So I guess that is the operation we have in set. Talked about the union, talked about intersection, talked about differences as well. So we have the method in set as well, just like we had in dictionary. We have the add method, remove, discard, clear, copy, update. So let's just try something. Let's go with set A only. Copy this, go with that. So let's say A dot add. Then we add 4, 5. So if we print A now, you can see that. Okay, please just accept only one. You can see that 4 has been added. So same thing with that. If you want to remove A dot remove 3, print A, you can see that 3 has been removed. But the funnest thing about remove is that if you put in something like 4, we are already running into error. So to avoid that error, we go within a number that is in with an element that actually exists in the set. But to get rid of that error, we can go with the discard. Let's say discard 3. Something as remove. We print our A. Okay, so but if you actually put in a number that's not here, it will not throw an error. So that's a good thing about discard. To not throw an error, to just print out the sets for us. Okay, clear, we have the clear. We have the clear. That actually does what? It actually clear all the elements in the set. So A dot clear should clear all the elements in the set. So we print out our A here. You can see that all the elements has been cleared. Then the copy creates a shallow copy of that element. Okay, so if you want to copy a set, so let's say we pasted this and we say B equals to A dot copy A dot copy. So we try to print B now. You can see that it has printed a shallow copy of the A elements here. And then we have another one like the updates. Update is going to add what? Multiple elements. So instead of adding one, we add 4, 5, 6. Then we print our A and those multiple elements we actually added. Okay, I think this is going to be in a string. Okay, so what we are going to add will actually be in string format. So that is it for that. Let's see the practical we have here. We're supposed to build what? Build a concept manager using a dictionary. So for the sake of time, I will just explain what the code does, and then you just try that here. So let's just copy our code and we paste it here. So this is like something that keeps the contact and names of people working in an organization. It's an app that keeps the contact and name of people working in an organization. So you will still use the while loop that will to continue this loop as far as it is not broken or as far as everything is still true. So while true, which is it will always be true, the first action that it will take to ask us for an input, and this input can be what? Add, show, search, or exit. If it's an add input, it's going to add the name. It's going to tell us to do what? To give it a name and a phone number, and then you use that name and a phone number and form what? Dictionary. If you are telling it to show it, you just print out the dictionary itself. If you are trying to search, it will just go and try to get that particular name. If it is not found, it will just tell us that the name is not found. Then if we exit, the program is going to, break. But if we input any other command that is not there, it's going to tell us invalid command. So we can just run the code and see what happens. So let's say we want to add, and then we enter a name, let's say Daniel, and a phone number. And then let's say we want to add again, and then we enter another name, let's say Alice, with a phone number. Let's say we want to add again, enter Delight, with a phone number. Let's say we want to show now. So you can actually see that it has shown what? The list of contacts. Then we can actually exit the code. And then the code has broke. So that is actually, so that has brought us to the end of this particular series. I hope to see you in our other series. Thank you.